In 2005, I used to masturbate onto birds at a local park. Not a thing that I'm particularly proud of, but I became quite good at it. I was taking zinc supplements, so I was shooting massive loads, and it became something of a sport to me. For anyone interested, here is your best strategy. First, you need to find an isolated spot so you don't become a sex offender. I found a short kind of channel area where I saw the pigeons would congregate. Next, you arouse yourself. I was usually content with envisioning the occasional jogging lady coming over and taking a shit on my chest, and that was enough to fuel the fire. But if you're not as sexually charged as me, just take some porn on the go. After you're good and horny, you get some bread. My pigeons preferred white bread, but healthier birds might have a taste for honey wheat, or maybe even multigrain. Fat, unhealthy birds are slower and easier to hit, so remember that. Once you are seated on the bench and ready to do the deed, whip your Roosevelt out and scatter bread out within a few feet of you. Use your judgment based on how far you know you can come. I was a lonely and depraved soul who could hit targets the size of a thimble at distances up to 4 feet. You wait for the pigeons to begin eating and to get comfortable with your presence. At this point, you want to coo gently and talk sensually to them to gain their trust. Now you're finally ready to come on your bird. This is a tough part because the rapid motion of masturbation is very frightening to the birds, so you have to be subtle. Once you master a technique, you simply wind it up and let it go, aiming depending on your past coming experiences. I always came high, so I would aim for the neck of the bird and catch it right in the face. It's an extremely satisfying and erotic feeling, seeing those birds reel around covered in cum, and maybe even transporting it to other places in the city. Either way, I haven't done it in years, but every now and then I catch myself gazing wistfully at a flock of birds, cock throbbing and waiting for them to land close to me.